Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. We must continue to set the record straight, stop the lies, stop the narrative, stop them from rewriting the history, guys. Stop them from bending reality. And in this video, we're going to talk about how LeBron James continues to expose himself, man, on his podcast with JJ Redick. All this nonsense he's talking about. He keeps talking about his team ain't have this, his team ain't had that. All he's doing is exposing the fact that LeBron James never makes his teammates better. And the fact that LeBron James always needs to recruit players. This man's recruited more people than the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Army, the Coast Guard, the Marines, the Air Force, all combined. This is LeBron James. We're going to talk about him always having to recruit players in this video, man. He's a world-class recruiter, certified recruiter. And you guys, man, I want to thank everyone out there, man, for real. Everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Much respect to all you guys out there, for real, man. I am truly humbled, guys, by all the support, man. It really means a lot. So shout out to all you guys, the true basketball fans that are standing up to this nonsense. This is why we're here, guys. This is the point that we're at. We must continue to do this. We have to hold these guys to the standard and call them out for the nonsense. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I want to do a brief video on LeBron James and how he's been exposing himself on his podcast, man. Keeps talking about the Miami Heat. He keeps talking about all these teams in the past and how he didn't have any help now, right? This is what he must do. He must try to rewrite history, guys, and keep the narratives going that he never has any help. This is one of the biggest LeBron James narratives going. LeBron James never has enough help. And this is what he's been exposing on his podcast. He's been exposing himself, thinking that all he's doing is talking about his teammates. All this does is highlight the fact that LeBron James has never made his teammates better. Also, it highlights what? That LeBron James has been a world-class recruiter his entire career. Think about this, guys. Think about it. Has LeBron James ever improved anybody? Has he ever developed anybody? Has anybody ever gotten better playing with LeBron James? No, they haven't. This is why LeBron James always needs established veterans, established players to join his team. This is why he recruits these guys, right? See, a lot of people, they seem to have forgotten a lot of the times that LeBron James has been trying to recruit players. He's been trying to recruit players for years. You guys remember he was trying to recruit Steph Curry to the Lakers? You guys remember that, right? Steph Curry was like, nah, I'm good, right? You guys remember when he was in Miami, he posted a Twitter. He tweeted out to Steve Nash saying, hey, I wonder if me and Steve Nash could join forces to win our first ring together. Do you guys remember that? See, people don't remember these things. LeBron James was really trying to recruit Steve Nash to the Miami Heat to join his super team Miami Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. He was really trying to recruit a Steve Nash. Guys, there's been many times. You guys remember after the 2016 NBA Finals, LeBron James was trying to trade Kyrie Irving for Chris Paul. You guys remember this? It's always something else. LeBron James always needs someone else, some help. Whatever it is, he needs another shooter, another defensive guy, another rebounder. He needs a dirty work guy. He always needs something else to cover up for his deficiencies. I've told you guys, Michael Jordan just needed his teammates to help, which is why he allowed them to do their jobs. He allowed them to play their roles. What LeBron James is asking for and needs is for everyone to fill in the voids that he leaves. So his rebounding is poor, right? We know that his defense has been poor, right? We know that his leadership is poor. All of these things. He's not a closer. So where's LeBron James always need to be successful? He needed a closer, a Dwayne Wade, right? He needed someone like a Ray Allen to come off the bench. He needed all the guys to do the dirty work, the Udonis Haslams, right? The Birdmans, the Joel Anthonys, right? He needs all these guys, the Shane Battiers, the Mike Millers, right? You need the shooters, the defensive guys, all these guys to cover up for LeBron James and things that he doesn't do well. But they keep trying to tell he's the best all-around, the greatest all-around player of NBA's history. It's a joke, guys. So when we think about LeBron James always having to recruit players, this is what he does. He tries to recruit more than anyone else in history, guys. No other superstar player has tried to recruit more other superstars to their team than LeBron James. This is his MO. He tries to get everybody to come to his teams. The problem for LeBron James is that nobody wants to play with him because no one wants to play in the system. Nobody wants to get all the blame and none of the credit. This is LeBron James' teammates. This is why he's never maximized anybody. He's never built the confidence in his teammates. None of this stuff. If they miss a shot, all the blame goes on them. They lose a game, all the blame goes on them. I've told you, they'll blame the role players on LeBron James' team. The role players, guys, get the blame. The role players. LeBron James never takes the blame. Never does. This guy's always recruiting somebody else, always trying to get someone to play in the team, but nobody wants to come and play with him because nobody wants to be the scapegoat for LeBron James. This is LeBron James. Whereas Michael Jordan always deflected the credit onto his teammates and always took the blame, LeBron's the complete opposite. He takes all the credit and none of the blame. This is why no one worth a damn ever wants to go play with LeBron. Think about it. He needed Anthony Davis, right, to request a trade, one of his own clutch clients to request a trade because no one was coming to LA to save LeBron James. He needed Anthony Davis to come there and save him. So he recruited Anthony Davis by having him force a trade out of New Orleans, right? Think about that. Dwayne Wade, the Banana Boat crew, these are the only people that'll play with LeBron James, right? No one wants to play with LeBron James. Nobody worth a damn wants to play with LeBron James. This man's always trying to recruit players because he doesn't want to do it on his own work, his own merit. He don't want to go through the grind. He's always looking for what? To put the odds in his favor, to make things easier for himself. Whereas guys like Michael Jordan, they went through the fire. And this is why we say the comparisons are not even close to being valid, guys. There's no way. Remember, you guys have heard Jerry Krause in the past say this, that Michael Jordan never came to him, asked him for trades or for this player or that player. He never did these things. He wasn't recruiting guys. He wasn't called Charles Barkley up and saying, hey, man, you want to come to the Bulls? You can't get a championship. Come to the Bulls. He wasn't calling Patrick Ewing up and say, hey, man, why don't you come over here to the Bulls, man, and we'll run this thing. He wasn't doing any of these things. None of this stuff. He didn't call up Clyde Drexler or Reggie Miller. None of this stuff, guys. He did it on his own work. Those guys wanted to beat each other. They wanted to beat Michael Jordan. Whereas LeBron James, he don't want to compete. None of these guys want to compete now. This is what we're always talking about. No one's a true competitor. They say they are, but they're not. They don't show it on the court. This is why they always want to play together. They want to play with each other. And LeBron James has been recruiting players for years, guys. For years. Always trying to get players on his team. And LeBron James has admitted this. He has admitted that he's tried to recruit players. Oh, I'll try to play with anybody. I try to recruit everybody. Once again, not a true competitor. LeBron James exposing himself. And now he's on his podcast continuing to expose this idea that LeBron James, once again, makes the players around him better, but he doesn't have any help. I told you guys, it can't be both ways. You cannot say on one hand that LeBron James makes his teammates greater, better. He improves these guys, but then at the same time say he doesn't have help. And this is what LeBron James doesn't understand. He keeps trying to rewrite the history and bend reality. Acting like the 2009 Cavs weren't good enough. The Miami Heat now, we're on a super team now. See what I'm saying, guys? He's trying to bend the reality and rewrite history to make it seem as if his teams were not that great. He wasn't on a super team. He was able to win, and he wasn't always the favorite. This is what his fans always tell you, LeBron James wasn't the favorite. No, they weren't the favorite because of LeBron James. That's why. The Bulls were the favorite because of Michael Jordan. They were literally the favorites most of the time, not all the time, because of Michael Jordan. Right? Not despite him, but LeBron James teams will be the favorite coming into the season, and then during the season they underperform, they underachieve like they have this season, and then what happens? All of a sudden their playoff odds take a hit, and then people try to say, well, LeBron James wasn't the favorite in the finals. Yes, he was. He was always the favorite. The problem with LeBron James was his teams always underachieve because he's not practicing hard, he's not pushing those guys, and he's forcing them to what? Play in the system. Never allowing his teammates to be the best versions of themselves. And this is why no one wants to play LeBron James. This is why he's always trying to recruit players. Always. He always needs more help. Meanwhile, they keep telling us that Michael Jordan played against weak competition, but somehow Scottie Pippen was great. How can Scottie Pippen be so great if the entire era of the 90s was weak? Only Scottie Pippen was great? You see how that sounds, guys? It doesn't add up. This is where they expose themselves. But if we think about the flip side of that on LeBron James' end, if this era is the most skilled era of all time, these are the most skilled players that we've ever seen, then how come LeBron James never has enough help? If these guys are so skilled, then LeBron James should be playing with all skilled players. Much greater players than Michael Jordan ever had. I don't see LeBron James winning with John Paxson or B.J. Armstrong or Bill Cartwright or Cliff Livingston. I don't see him winning with any of these guys. A Judd Bushler, a Bob Hanson, a Scott Burrell, a Stacey King, a Scott Williams, a Luke Longley. Is he winning with these guys? No, he's not. This is why he needs the Ray Allens, the Kyrie Irvings, the Chris Boshes, the Kevin Loves, the Mike Millers, the Shane Battiers, the Richard Jeffersons, the Iman Shumpers, the J.R. Smiths, the Tristan Thompsons. Right? He needs the Anthony Davises. He needs the Rajon Rondos, the Dwight Howards. Think about the names I just read off, guys. These are all the players that he needs. And then some. Not to mention all the guys he's tried to recruit to his teams that did not go there. LeBron James, one of the greatest recruiters, if not the greatest recruiter in the history of the NBA, guys. Always looking to stack a deck, always looking to get the advantage on his side. Never want to go through the grind, never want to earn it, and this is why he doesn't have the respect. This is why he's asking for his damn respect. His fans don't get that, and he don't get it. Because his fans don't understand what respect is. He doesn't understand what respect is. They don't understand things like integrity or honor or class. They have no idea what these things mean. This is why they don't understand what LeBron James doing exposes him. Right? When we say that LeBron James has no class, no honor, no integrity, they don't get that. They don't understand how that relates to sports, the sportsmanship, none of this stuff. They don't care if he walks off the court early. They don't care about these things. And they don't care that LeBron James recruits. But they want to talk about Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. So all you can say is Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen? Who has LeBron James had? There's a lot of people, man. And Michael Jordan turned Scottie Pippen into a Hall of Fame player. LeBron James has never turned anybody even into an all-star, guys. Never once. He hasn't done anything for anybody. Anything that anyone's accomplished playing with LeBron James, they earned it on their own merits, guys. On their own merits. Because LeBron James forced everyone to fit around him. He's not maximizing these guys or making them greater. He's not. You guys know the deal, man. LeBron James has been recruiting players his entire career, trying to get Steph Curry, trying to get Steve Nash, trying to get Chris Paul, trying to get this guy, trying to get that guy. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. That's why we don't respect this clown. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.